Hey guys, it's Dan. I'm here in my home kitchen and I'm going to show you two of my favorite pieces of equipment. So let's check it out. All right, so they're actually hanging out together right now. So the first one is my wire skimmer here. So it's got this awesome, I think it's bamboo handle, so it's super lightweight, nice big basket, perfect for going in. I don't have anything in here yet, but perfect for going in and scooping out what I got lined up. Some broccoli, some dumplings. It's perfect for that. And it is sitting on one of my other favorite pieces of equipment, which is a little 1/8 pan. So, you know, we all use the kind of half sheet pans all the time in the kitchen. You can buy quarter sheet pans. This is an 1/8, which is tiny and frankly pretty adorable. Sometimes I cook stuff on it, but most of the time I use it as my resting place for something like my skimmer or nice wooden spoon situation, put some tongs on there. You know, all that kind of stuff. And it's just a nice thing to have. I have a bunch of them, and then when it's dirty, it just goes right in the dishwasher along with all the tools I use. So there you go. Those are just a couple of my favorite pieces of equipment in the kitchen. And now I gotta go cook those dumplings. Later.
Hi everyone, Becky here, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite kitchen tools. So here is my trusty Thermapen instant read thermometer, and I love, love, love the Thermapen because it makes you a star in the kitchen even if you're not quite sure what you're doing, which is sometimes how I feel, especially when it comes to meat because I don't cook a lot of it in my kitchen. So when I do, I want to make sure I get it exactly right, and this thermometer can help you nail whatever temperature you're looking for. But it's really not just for meat. I also use it on chicken, I use it on fish, I use it when I'm deep frying to double check the temperature of the oil, because if you've got the right oil temperature, your food isn't going to be greasy. I use it when I'm baking, first to check the temperature of water that I might be adding to a bread dough so it's not too hot or too cold. I also sometimes use it to check my loaves to make sure before I take them out of the oven. I use the Thermapen when I'm making a custard or a pudding. Hitting the right temperature is important to make sure that it thickens properly.
Hi everyone, it's Lon. I'm in my tiny kitchen and I'm going to show you my favorite kitchen tools. Here we go. So this is my favorite tool. It's my chef's knife. I bought this knife when I was first starting to cook, and it's been such a great investment. I don't use it at work anymore. It's just for home. It's retired, as it were. And you can see, ooh, if I get the angle right, you can see that there's kind of scratching on the side of the knife from me learning how to sharpen this thing, and I don't know, it feels so comfortable in my hand, and it's like coming back to an old friend every time I pick it up.
Hey, it's Steve from Cooks Illustrated, and I'm here to show you one of my favorite cooking tools. It's actually not just one tool, but it's a set of 3 that I keep down here. A set of 3 silicon, I don't know, measuring cups, but they're sort of more like measuring beakers. They're made by ISI, which is the same company that makes the sort of the whipped cream whippers. And I've owned these things for years, and I love them. So they nest, they take up very little space. There's a 4-cup measure, a 2-cup measure, a 1-cup measure. And I don't know how they do the labeling on these. I think it's somehow incorporated into the silicone. It's not just painted on or printed on, because this stuff, it looks as good as it did the first day I bought them. So none of this stuff wears off. And the best thing about them is when you use them before, they do not drip, like so many different measuring cups do. So, you know, they're flexible, you can pour, boom, they're perfect. I love them. I use them all the time.
Hi, welcome to my home kitchen where I'm doing a lot of recipe development for Cooks Illustrated. I want to show you my favorite piece of equipment. Since I've been home, I've been using my carbon steel skillet a lot, and it's developing this really nice patina. It's almost totally non-stick now.
So my favorite piece of kitchen equipment is my bench scraper. I use this to scoop up vegetables from my cutting board and put into a pot or pan, scrape out batters or doughs, even trim dough on the counter, move it around, and portion out bar cookies like brownies and blondies.
This is my favorite kitchen implement of the moment. It's a cast iron skillet coated with nickel, so it doesn't rust and doesn't need seasoning, made by a company called Olvida. Had it for 10 years, and this is how I make pizza in it. I take my pizza dough, which is on parchment paper, and I got some pad see ew, the delicious Thai fried noodle dish. going to put my Pod CU on my pizza dough. Now I cut away the excess parchment paper to make a size that's going to fit in my beautiful Olvida cast iron pan. Now I've been heating my cast iron pan on the stove for about 20 minutes. So it's extremely hot. It's going to quickly cook the underside. I place the pizza in there in its parchment paper sling. Slip it under my broiler. Leave it in there about 5 minutes. And there is my Pod CU pizza.